Day 22 on the Pacific Crest Trail, and it's another really cold, windy day, really overcast. Check the thermometer, 45 degrees. So I don't want to keep repeating myself, but isn't this the Southern California desert in April? Wow. So we're about 5 miles away from a place called Mary's Place. It's kind of usually an unoccupied trail angel destination. There's usually fresh water there. I guess when it's warm enough, you can even take a shower there. And a place I saw, somebody said you can actually charge your electronics up there, so that'll be cool too. Although we don't want to spend a lot of time there, it'll be a nice little stopover. The Paradise Cafe is about 11 miles away. That'll be our first hot meal in Mount Laguna, I don't know, 10, 11 days ago. And I mean hot meal by like prepared meal, not something we rehydrated in our pot. There's one thing I've been meaning to address here for the past several days and keep forgetting about it. But if you've been paying attention, you notice that I haven't been wearing my kilt for the past week. I started out wearing it after I lost enough weight for it to fit, and enjoyed it for the first, I don't know, 4 or 5 days. But then I started having problems with chafing. So until I can get it to town and get some body glide, the kilt is in my pack, and I'm just hiking in a spare pair of running shorts that I had brought mostly just for in town or whenever I was doing laundry and stuff. But thank God I thought to throw those in at the last minute. Getting closer. It's about 11:30. Mary's Place is 8/10 of a mile away. We're going to stop there and have lunch and just kind of relax a little bit. The weather has continued to be pretty chilly, and hasn't been raining, but it's been misting pretty much off and on all day. Just enough so you don't dare take your rain jacket off. So anyway, the road though, after some steep climbing, it's flattened out, and the trail actually right now is pretty nice. Well, here's a steep part right here, but at least you can see it's sandy and not super rocky, hard to climb over. So, and my blushing bride, Goldilocks, back there is hanging in. Aha! And here we have proof that this really is an equestrian trail after all. I hadn't seen any of these elusive equestrians to this point, but now I know there's at least one of them on a trail in front of me. Lo and behold, we have made it to Mary's Place. Let me flip it around and you can watch us walk in. Not surprised that there are no other hikers here. We saw one hiker yesterday and we've seen none today. So, outhouse and shower, library, water, picnic tables, and a couple of studly looking fellows over here. Walt Whitman. So you got his whole picture in there. I'm going to back up a little bit. There we go. Walt Whitman, John Muir, and Henry David Thoreau. Inspirational outdoor dudes. And a little free library, which is super cool. Although I'm not sure how many people want to pick up more weight to carry in their pack, but still. Well, I haven't used an actual sit-down toilet in about a week and a half, so let's check out old Muir's John, shall we? Ooh. Sorry, you guys can't watch. Well, there's been some new developments that have caused us to kind of modify our plans for the future here. We're still right now at Mary's place, the little Trail Angel waypoint that we showed you in the previous video clip. When we got here, we'd been walking all morning long in the rain and wind, and Thia was showing some real signs of early stages of hypothermia. So we opted to go ahead and just throw up the tent real quick, get her quilt out, and try and get her warmed up, which she's pretty much warmed up now. We went ahead and took one of the dinner meals we had left and had an early dinner. But while we were doing that, the actual Trail Angel, Mary, came by and visited us. And talking to her, she told us something we didn't know, which was the weather forecast for the next 5 days is calling for possibly heavy rain or snow, depending on elevation, as well as significant wind. In other words, it's going to be a miserable 5 days on the trail. But unfortunately, we're still about 30 miles short of Idlewild, and we only have 1 day's supply of food left. So even with good weather, there was no way we were going to make it. So the plan now is we're going to pull up here just in a few minutes and try and make it another few miles down the trail, maybe 2 or 3 more miles, so that come tomorrow morning, we can hike the remaining 3 miles, more or less, to Highway 74. That's where the Paradise Cafe is located. Get a warm meal then, and then try and get a ride into Idlewild. That's going to mean bypassing about 26 miles of the actual PCT. This is something we did not want to do. We did not want to start skipping miles in the PCT, especially this early. But honestly, taking into consideration that we've been hiking considerably slower than we thought we would be, and that the weather conditions are going to be downright, well, they're going to be downright dangerous, honestly. We're going to go in there to Idlewild, get a motel room, and probably zero at least 2 days, and then decide what we're going to do from there. Okay, everybody, let's hear it for Type 2 fun. Yay! Type 2, Type 2, Type 2. Okay, it's about 6 o'clock right now, and we just set up our tent in this dry right now anyway, stream bed. We left Mary's place at about 3:30, hiked almost 2.5 hours to get here. So hopefully we'll only have, I don't know, 3 or 4 miles to get out to Highway 74 tomorrow. we simply can't make the remaining 23-mile hike from Highway 74 all the way into Idlewild. So we're going to have to skip around that and then figure out what to do after that. They're getting tons and tons of snow in that area, so that's going to make it tough no matter what. We may have to look at additional bypasses. All right, it's the morning of April 7th. This is day 24 days on trail. See this dry riverbed behind me is not so dry right now. We barely got our tent set up last night before it started to sprinkle, and by the middle of the night we were being woken up by rain just pounding away on our tent. So big kudos to Big Agnes Tents. Kept us dry, even though I fully expected to be floating down this stream at the rate the rain was coming down. We're breaking camp right now. It's about 7 a.m. and we got a big climb up ahead of us, but it's a fairly short one, only about 4 miles until we hit Highway 74. Here's an interesting spot on the trail. Why don't you go look over, see if we can give our parents a collective heart attack. Oh yeah, it's straight down. Yeah, that's what it looks like over here. Ah! I think I see a dead body down there. Yeah, a couple of them. Okay, let's get off the ridge. We walking on the trail, weren't even thinking about this, and came around the corner, and lo and behold, 150 miles. Woo! So awesome. Okay, so I'm looking down now at Highway 74. There's a white truck driving by. It's where the PCT meets up with it. And I guess a quarter of a mile down the road, somewhere down there, Paradise Valley Cafe. So we're going to run down there and get a hot meal and decide our next course of action. The gate, Highway 74. And this sign, all right, let's go across through here. God, I can't believe my eyes. See that guy crossing the road down there? I think that's Big Red. I mean, Portland guy. What are the odds? Long walk through the rain. The famous Paradise Valley Cafe. Rumored to have the very best hamburgers on the Pacific Crest Trail. And they're open, although we're going to have to sit outside. So, I don't care. I'm hungry.